Yeah.
Duke, you're exactly right. That is a perfect example of where NIL can be an absolute difference maker for a program, because Duke's got deep pockets, and they're going to find a way to make sure that these kids are getting something, there, getting a little bit of money, and we
deep
talked
pockets
about,
and nice places to live.
yes, and Theo, we talked about this.
They've been living in nice joints for a long time.
You should GIF that.
Ooh, getting spicy.
Come on, Terrence.
No. They know. Come on, Terrence.
So here's why it makes sense, and here's why I love it. Let's just say Tyrese Proctor and Kyle Filipowski, right? Both of those guys, if they went pro this year, would probably be somewhere in the neighborhood of, in a best case scenario, late first round pick, most likely probably an early second round pick. One of these guys that gets like a 3-year deal with a year and a half guaranteed, right? Something like that, or a year guaranteed and a second year partially guaranteed, and a third, like a team option for the third year, where you're going to make about $1 million off of it, and if it goes well for you, it could end up being like a $3 million deal, something like that, right? That's kind of what the guys in that range end up making. Duke can give them enough where you're making a good percentage of that money in terms of a guaranteed salary. I'm just going to call it a salary because that's what it is in NIL. And if you improve enough and all of a sudden you become a top 20 pick, then you have a 4-year deal that's worth $14 million guaranteed. Then you have, let's say Tyrese Proctor has this massive breakout year that some of us are expecting, aka me, and he becomes a top 10 pick, right? Then all of a sudden you're looking at having a 4-year guaranteed deal that's like $28 million, something like that, right? That's where the incentive is. And that's why I love what Duke's been able to do. And that's why I think you got to find ways to make that be the norm as opposed to being the outlier. Does that make sense? Incentivize it so it's that way, T.O.